Hello and welcome to another exciting and inspirational edition of the Helping Hand TV show. As you know, the Helping Hand will focus on the abilities of persons with disability. H4P is 10 years old. We are bringing dignity to disability.
H4P, Care for Perfection. You have made changes to people's lives that you are perhaps not aware of. Every Saturday when I watch this show, I feel more heard. I feel more visible. I feel like somebody is speaking my mind. The show has brought enough evidence that these are awesome people who are doing great things. They are helping their families, institutions, churches, nation.
Remember that disability is not inability.
Now praise ye great men, whose love and deep affection for humanity carves indelible heartprints in generations. Ajiko Bishop Dr. Chelsea Hackman, a blessed birthday to you, and God richly bless you.
Bishop Charles Hackman, my name is Ale Momoni, a paracyclist and a Paralympian. I wish you a happy birthday. May the good Lord grant you long life and prosperous years to come. The vim and zeal and your commitment to changing the lives of persons with disabilities cannot be measured. So therefore, may the Almighty God grant you more wisdom and commitment and the strength and power to continue changing the lives of persons with disabilities, not just in Ghana, but outside Ghana and across the globe.
Ajiko Bishop Dr. Chelsea Hackman, a blessed birthday to you, and God richly bless you.
Hello and welcome to another exciting and motivational edition of the Helping Hand TV show. With me, the voice of ability and for persons with disability. I have a great show for you today, but I'll go for a quick commercial break. When I come back, I'll introduce you to my amazing guest who will take us through a lot of things today. It's the Helping Hand TV show. Let's go for a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Hello ladies and gentlemen, you are with me, the voice of ability on air for persons with disability, and today I want to introduce you to someone with so much ability. Some people call her the greatest friend, others call her the sweet companion, and others still call her the faithful worker. She is dependable, reliable, and adorable, and she's committed to lending you a helping hand anytime, anywhere. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome DV Cleaners.
DV Cleaners Alata Samina Shower Gels, DV Cleaners Aloe Vera Shower Gels, DV Cleaners Body Lotions, DV Cleaners Hair Shampoos, DV Cleaners Hair Conditioners, DV Cleaners Liquid Detergents, DV Cleaners Hand Wash, DV Cleaners Floor Cleaners, DV Cleaners Toilet Cleaners, DV Cleaners Cake Soaps, and now introducing DV Cleaners Hand Sanitizers. For bulk purchase, call us on +233 278 308 246 or +233 244 467 326. DV Cleaners, one of the top most made in Ghana products. DV Cleaners, proudly Ghanaian.
And so remember that anytime you purchase any of the DV Cleaners range of products, you are lending a helping hand to a person with disability, and you are supporting H4P organization's special advocacy for persons with disability. DV Cleaners,
Nature's finest touch.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back to the Helping Hand TV show with me, the voice of ability and for persons with disability. This is the place where we showcase the abilities of persons with disability. We throw the spotlight on the abilities, not the disability. This is a place where we magnify the greatness, the ability in disability. I have a very special guest, Mr. Isaac Owusu. He's a lecturer at KNUST. First of all, Mr. Owusu, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Bishop.
I'm so grateful that you came all the way from Kumasi to the studios. Thank you so much.
I'm also grateful for this opportunity.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, viewers, like I told you, my guest is a lecturer, and so today I welcome you to the lecture hall of Mr. Isaac Owusu. Let's start with the first lectures on education.
Right.
Education. How important is education to persons with disability?
Yes. It's, you know, disabled persons face a lot of issues. And don't mind me when I say disabled person, because it's an issue which is a bit controversial, whether to use person with disability or disabled person. But
exactly.
Yes, face a lot of issues. Issues of discrimination, issues of marginalization, issues of access. And we've known that education is one of the means by which disabled persons can break most of these barriers. So if it's about cultural, social-cultural issues, sometimes if the person has a particular or has some level of education, the person is able to move to wherever he wishes to go to without meeting some of these social-cultural problems that most disabled persons face. And apart from that, I mean, movement is also an issue. So once a disabled person is able to have access to education, the person now is exposed to maybe better levels of income. And once the person's income levels improve, then the person will have access to all the other amenities that a person may need. If, for instance, when I was coming here, I came by my own car. Now, if I had not gotten to a particular level of education, I will not have the means to buy the car. And therefore, I may have to struggle to join, you know, the public transport with all the accessibility issues. So education is very critical. Apart from that, you know, most of us disabled persons also have a poor self-esteem. So once you are educated and you are exposed to a lot of things, then some of these issues that you think may affect you, you know, because you are exposed to it, you get enlightened. And because you get enlightened, then they don't become issues again. You get a better understanding of issues, and therefore they don't become problems for you again. So education is very, very critical in the lives of disabled persons.
Let's start with your story. At what point did your disability start?
Well, I've not been told, but I have a picture of me at the age of 3. And I didn't have any disability, so I believe that it may have started at age 3. Yes.
So you're not be too sure the cause, right?
Well, I was told that it was through an injection. But we've gotten to know that anytime you hear stories like that, mostly it could be as a result of polio. Yes, because we've heard stories of people saying that they got injected and then they became disabled. But when it's investigated further, you realize that it may have been polio. But because by then people didn't have a lot of knowledge about polio, they attributed it to maybe receiving an injection and getting paralyzed. Yes.
So Mr. Owusu, let's find out. Did you have a smooth, let me say, warfare with your disability, discrimination, your family, acceptance, society? How was that for you?
Yes. Fortunately for me, I didn't have a lot of issues.
Oh, wow.
I didn't have a lot of issues. And I can't even explain why I didn't have a lot of issues. For my family, I mean, there was no particular incident, or there was no particular time where I felt that I am being discriminated or I'm being disadvantaged in any way.
And what do you think accounts for that? Is your family educated? Is your family rich?
No, my family is not rich, but my father, my father is educated. My father is now retired.
Okay.
He was a teacher, so he understood everything.
Okay.
And my mother also understood the situation. So I wasn't discriminated in any way. And at school too, I was lucky to have had friends who also treated me very well. In fact, I never felt different from my friends.
Wow.
I think if I felt any different, it wasn't because they reacted in a particular way that made me feel different. But then probably it was because they were doing something and I thought I could also do it.
Okay.
And because I couldn't do it, then I felt maybe it's because of my disability I wouldn't be. Otherwise, I mean, I never felt any disadvantage. I mean, I was okay. Yes. I think the only area where I could say I had issues was with accessibility. Okay. Because I remember at secondary school, I was put at the first floor of my house. Okay. And then I had some challenges going up and down. Yeah. But I don't know, even as at now, because people don't understand disability issues very well, I believe that back then people didn't think that it was an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they felt it was okay. I mean, once you manage to go up there, you are fine. Once I don't fall off and I managed to go to the house, managed to go to my room, I mean, they felt it was okay. So that was the only issue I believe I had back at school.
You have an extensive knowledge in disability studies and all that. I want to find out, maybe somebody is watching us was not as lucky as you are, or is not as lucky as you are,
right?
Having a family that would accept them, but their family rejects them, even society. What would you say to such a person? Because it's been the bane in the disability community. You were lucky. If somebody is watching us and the family has rejected them, what would you say to such a person?
I think that, you know, in disability studies, there's something we call disability culture.
Okay.
And it's one of the means by which disabled persons get together, understand each other, understand our situations, and then discuss our stories. Okay. So I believe that if somebody feels that the family has rejected him or her, or society has rejected him or her, I would advise the person to get in touch with other disabled persons. I mean, once you join an association and you get to hear other people's stories, it serves as an encouragement. It tells you that even when people who are closer to you have rejected you, you have another family that you can belong to, where you'll be received warmly. So I'll encourage that person to, as much as possible, try and get together with other disabled persons, and the person will feel that there's a bigger family.
Thank you so much. We are going to go for 60-second success. When we come back, we'll talk more with my very special guest. I told you, you are welcome to the lecture hall of Mr. Isaac Owusu. Well, let's go for a break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Focus, true grit. Keep going. Keep your eyes on the prize. No stopping, because winning is not an option. It's 60-second success with a bishop. Stay tuned.
Welcome to 60-second success with a bishop. Today, I want to speak to you about an important success ingredient called the law of progress. The law of progress is your decision to take a step forward in every area of your life. Your decision to take a step forward in every area of your life. Success is a milestone that is achieved after continuous struggles, hard work, pains, motivation, failures, and repeated efforts. Success, my friend, is a journey made up of failures and successes in life. And those who never see success are those who decide to stand at one place in life, those who refuse to progress. If you really want to be successful, then you have to take a step forward. You have to decide to progress in every area of your life. Every day, make a determination to take a step forward in everything you do, and success will be yours. Thank you. Yeah, welcome back to the Helping Hand TV show. Mr. Usu, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
You are one of the people, I've heard your name severally. Before I even met you, a lot of people talk about you in the disability community.
Right.
Is it because you are educated? Is it your determination? Is it your kindness? I don't know which of them. How have you been able to become what you are now?
I think it's a mixture of all that.
Okay.
When I was in school, I was determined to go all out.
Wow.
I was determined to go all out. So I didn't allow any form of obstacle to serve as a hindrance to my ambition to become who I am.
But the obstacles were there.
They were there. They were there. In fact, just like I told you, apart from the fact that there may be places that are inaccessible, you hear all kinds of things people will say about you. Yes,
didn't it get to you?
No.
Is it
once I was determined to do it.
Okay.
Yes, it didn't serve as any source of barrier to me at all. I remember when I was in sixth form, I was selected to become the senior prefect. I was told that I had been selected. But for some reason, later I heard that they felt that the position was so demanding.
Okay.
And therefore, I will not be able to do it. Initially, I mean, I felt disappointed. I felt bad. But I also thought that was not the reason why I was in school. I was not in school to become a school prefect. I was in school to learn, make it, and be who I wanted to be.
That's amazing.
So yes, so that did not deter me from pursuing my ambition and becoming who I am. Then apart from that, I mean, dedication is also a factor.
Okay.
I mean, so it's important that as much as possible, parents who have kids with disability, they should not in any way abandon them.
Yeah.
You never know. The potential might not even be there at the initial stages, but with time, you'll be able to identify a particular potential, which, if nurtured, could help the person to get to a particular place of prominence. So I believe that it's a mixture. It's determination. You know, my parents were also there for me. They knew the value of education, so they decided to push me to whatever level that they felt they could go. So, I mean, that's what has accounted for.
It's interesting for me because normally issues of discrimination really have a bad effect on persons with disabilities.
Yes.
But you seem to have a very calm attitude towards that. Your attitude is positive. Your outlook on life is positive. I'm suspecting, like you have said, the education, the determination and all that. Did you have any role models that spurred you on with these principles?
I wouldn't say I had any role models initially. I mean, I think it was an inner strength, which I usually drew, and then that allowed me to do what I wanted to do. In fact, growing up, I didn't even think of persons with disability who could serve as role models. I mean, it never came to mind. It never came. I think it was when I ventured into disability studies that I started reading about academics who are disabled persons, and therefore decided that, well, once they have been able to go to that level, I think I should also be able to get to that level.
Wow.
Yes.
I'll go for a break, a spot of music, and when we come back, I'll find out from you. You've had a taste of life outside the country,
right? Yeah,
and you are deep into disability here,
right?
I want to find out what we can do better,
right?
And how we'll do that.
Right.
We'll cross over to Elorm for a spot of music. When we come back, I promise you the lecture hall is still opened. Our lecturer, Mr. Isaac Usu, is still available. We'll just take some spots of music. We'll be right back and continue. Stay tuned.
the music segment on the Helping Hand TV show.
Welcome back.
Thank you, Elorm, for that spot of music. You're welcome back to the Helping Hand TV show. Our lecturer is in the studio, Mr. Isaac Owusu. Thank you so much, sir, for the time.
Thank you, too.
Ghana is doing well. We are trying. We are taking steps. Disability issues. You have experienced the life outside in the UK.
Yeah, right.
And here. What are your thoughts?
I think that the difference or the differences could be about laws.
Okay.
How they make their laws work.
Okay.
In the UK, for instance, they have the disability law, and then I believe that if there's any slightest form of infringement on the right of any disabled persons, the issues will be taken up by the disability community. and then, I mean, the right things will be done.
Okay.
I think probably what we are not doing well here in Ghana is the fact that we may have the law, but the law is not biting. It's not biting. I mean, the Disability Act that was passed, I mean, we could attest to the fact that it was more like a paper that is lying somewhere. I mean, because it was said that a 10-year moratorium has been given for buildings, especially public buildings, to be made accessible for persons with disability or disabled persons. But then, I mean, if you look around, if you go to the ministries, you wouldn't find buildings that are so much accessible like the way we want it. So I think that over there, the laws work. The disability community is also very active. They're also very active. We are
so you think we are not advocating enough?
We are doing our best. But I think that if you are not getting the right laws to back you, you will do your best, but then you get to a point where you realize that that's the end point. You can't go any further, because you need the law to work with. You need the law to, for instance, if they say that if a parent doesn't take the disabled girl to school or the disabled child to school, the parent is supposed to be fined. Yes, but we have several of these issues around where parents hide their kids in rooms. People know them, but then there's no way you could take some of these parents on because of several issues. I mean, let's also face it, the parents may have their own issues as well. So out there, I believe that the laws work, and the fact that the disability community is also very active, that is also helping. And I believe that, you know, they've got it, they were, at a point in time, they were at where we are and are now. Yes. I mean, yes, the discrimination was there. Even as at now, you still find pockets of discrimination if you go out there. But I think that once they know that the law will work, if you infringe on the law, people are very careful in abusing the rights of disabled persons. So I believe that if we put in more effort, we'll get there.
So do you think the society, Ghana, we are knowledgeable about disability issues enough?
I don't think so. In fact, it's a big issue. Even with people who are supposed to be educated. Anytime you get the opportunity to talk about issues of disability, you would see how ignorant, you get to appreciate how ignorant people are about issues of disability. So it's a big issue. Most people have no idea about what disability is. In fact, people even think that disability is just like you see somebody who cannot walk, or somebody who cannot see, somebody who cannot hear.
Or somebody who is begging on the streets.
What people forget is that disability goes beyond that. And I always say that, you know, in school, our association, the Students Association, the Ghana Disability and Rehabilitation Students, they have a motto. They say disability with us all. If we get to appreciate that, the fact that disability is with us all, everybody can be disabled. If you are not disabled now, you are affected by somebody's disability. Either your friend, a family member, you are affected. And apart from that, I mean, everybody will want to grow to a particular level. I mean, go beyond 60. And I think that that's the wish of everybody. And once you go beyond this age, then you start getting disabled. The eyes start getting dimmer. You know, the bones start getting weaker, and that's where disability starts. And if you know that if you get there, you become disabled, then you will start thinking about issues of disability now. You start thinking about it. I even cite examples of people who build their houses. I mean, people construct buildings, their houses, and then they want their bedrooms at the upper floors. They get to the age of 60, 70, they become weak. It becomes difficult for them to go out there. So I say that when even we are constructing our buildings, we should have all these things in mind. That at a point in time, you become disabled, and therefore you must start thinking about disability issues now.
I'll go for a break, but how how do we bring this message? Is incredible. It's so important.
Right.
But a lot of, like you say, a lot of educated people don't even know it.
Yeah.
How do we bring this to the doorstep of the ordinary Ghanaian?
Right. I think that education is one.
Okay.
At our level, at the academic level, we are training a lot of students in the area of disability.
Okay.
And currently, I think at the undergraduate level, we've been able to train close to about 400.
Oh.
Yes, close to about 400 students.
Wow.
And I believe that once these students are trained and they go out there and then they start dealing with issues of disability, that is one way by which disability issues may become prominent and people become aware of issues of disability. And apart from that, as academicians, we are also expected to undertake a lot of research.
Okay.
So the research that we undertake, if we do and we don't put them in the shells and we disseminate them, we attend conferences and then disseminate the findings of this research, then that is also a way of helping to educate people about issues of disability. Amazing. So I think that education is very important.
Amazing.
Yes.
Thank you so much. H4P is 10 years old. We are celebrating the goodness of God. We are celebrating people like Mr. Isaac Owusu, who are very, very key stakeholders in the disability community. We'll go for H4P Show Time. We'll be back. Stay tuned.
H4P, celebrating 10 years of bringing dignity to disability. Hooray! It's H4P Show Time.
Hey,
Hi, Lady Joy.
Abengo, how could you? How could you?
How are you?
How could you do that? How could you?
Fantastic. Hi, Rabna.
Oh, hi, Abe. My in-law. You are welcome. He's not welcome here. He's not welcome.
Hey. And why am I not welcome here? Lady Joy, what have I done?
Abe, I am so disappointed in you. I'm so disappointed in you. Hey. If anyone had told me this day would come, I wouldn't have believed it.
Lady Joy. Hey. Lady Joy, what are you talking about? What have I done?
Oh, so you don't know.
What is it?
You don't even know what you have done. Oh my God, I have suffered.
Rabna.
Hey, Rabna, can you believe it? Abed does not know what he has done.
Lady Joy, exactly what have I done? Rabna, please, can you tell me exactly what is going on here? I put it to you. What exactly have I done to deserve such antipathy, hostility, and animosity from Lady Joy? I just can't fathom her misery.
Yesterday was Lady Joy's birthday. I put it to you.
But what date was yesterday?
Yesterday was the date you had never forgotten. Yesterday was the same day you had always celebrated and cherished all your life.
Lady Joy, I'm so sorry. I totally forgot.
Wow. Wow, Abe, for the first time, for the very first time in 27 years, Abe, you forgot my birthday. Hey, I wonder what...
Lady Joy, please. You know, I forgot. You see, okay, please. You see, I had to go and check out some things for the wedding, and I went with my sweetheart, and we had so much fun. You won't believe it. Hey, Mamiesi is just incredible. I believe she is an angel sent from heaven.
Purchase copies of the H4P Melodrama DVDs today. Contact H4P on +233 209 555 777 or +233 596 313 338. All sales are for the promotion of our disability advocacy. So grab your copies now. It's H4P Show Time. It's 10 years of bringing dignity to disability. H4P, Ajiko.
Yeah, welcome back to the Helping Hand TV show. Our very honorable lecturer, Mr. Isaac Owusu, is still here. The lecture hall is still opened. I'm sure we'll be closing lectures very soon. But sir, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. I'm glad about the fact that people are being trained in disability studies and all that. Could it be made a compulsory subject for tertiary institutions, secondary institutions? You are the expert, you are the academician. What's your thoughts on it?
Yes, in fact, there have been several conferences I've attended, and when it comes to disability and education, the issue of making disability studies a component of the courses that are studied, comes out often. I believe that even if it's not made compulsory at the tertiary level, at the basic level, bits of introduction to issues of disability could be introduced there. And I believe that once kids or pupils are taught about issues of disability, it becomes part of them. Kids pick up things faster. So once they get to understand this, they grow with it.
It can help lessen discrimination.
That's the point. That's the point. And you would even notice that even in spite of the fact that disability issues are not taught there. I mean, when you go to some schools and you see kids without disability and those with disability, playing, you wouldn't notice any form of discrimination. They accept each other like that. And talking about introducing disability issues, let me say that at Clear University, for instance, currently, all students in the College of Health Sciences, so whether you are taking pharmacy, medicine, and all the other courses, all of them take sign language.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's compulsory.
That's
Once
great.
you are a student in the College of Health Sciences, you take sign language as a compulsory subject.
Well, I'm so happy to hear that.
Yes.
Wow.
And before the students are introduced to sign language, they are first introduced to some basic issues of disability.
Great.
So by the time you go through the college, your course in the college, you have some idea about what disability is and sign language. And I believe that, and fortunately, a lot of colleges in the university are also trying to pick up this. They are trying to make sure that sign language is also taught as a core subject.
Amazing.
So, and I think that is a very good sign that the college is demonstrating. And I believe that it's a way of making sure that disability issues become part of the issues in the college.
Mr. Usu, I know you are an academician, you are the experts, you are the people running the show and all that, but I want to talk a bit of politics. I want to just throw something at you.
Right.
How long, my favorite question, how long are we as a country away from getting a president who is a person with disability?
I think that, I mean, it's possible.
Okay.
Everything is possible. But currently, I mean, we have a minister who is disabled. We have had ministers who are disabled. So it's possible. But the socio-cultural issues are now obeying. I mean, it becomes difficult for people to accept the fact that a disabled person can rise to that level. I mean, we've had Ivor, who stood as a presidential candidate on the ticket of CPP. And, well, I don't know how well he did in the polls, but I think that once he has led the way, I believe that other people can follow suit.
Do you think maybe the type of party, the particular party also matters?
It does. The particular party matters. But I believe that even in spite of the fact that the party matters, we still have those issues there. Because even within parties, you would notice that there could be people who would fight against the fact that a disabled person is becoming a parliamentary candidate. I mean, there was an issue like that recently.
Oh, okay.
Now, when you delve deep into that issue, you will notice that probably the main reason why the person was denied was the fact that the person was disabled.
Okay.
Because the person was popular amongst, the grassroots and all that, but the person was denied the opportunity to become a parliamentary candidate. And I believe that with time, with education, with an improvement in our understanding, and I think that it will work out. If you continue our advocacy, if you continue with our education, if you continue to showcase the talents of disabled persons, the abilities of disabled persons, like your show is doing, I mean, it serves as a source of motivation. It enlightens people to get to know that disabled person can get to any level that they wish they can get to.
This is where we bring the lectures to a close. But one more thing. Our lecturer has been taking us through so many things. We are at the freestyle segment. The freestyle segment is the segment where I allow my guests to do anything. They can sing, they can dance, they can play an instrument, they can do anything. It's freestyle. Let's find out what our honorable lecturer will do for us for freestyle.
Yes. I think I'm somebody who is passionate about music.
Oh, great.
I love music.
Great.
So
is it from your mom or your dad?
I think probably from my dad, because my dad is still a choirist. But I would say he has been a choir master.
Wow.
A choir master for a while. So I mean, I suspect that it could be
coming from there.
Yes.
All right. So you sing for me today.
Yes.
Please go ahead.
Yes. Meje fokese ni wo Yehowa ono nkwa na metwen ko si ewie efri se oyodo madinyi na newo otumfu kese orintonko norina onti sadada jiwa yeyi meraze wonkwa na ose ayeyi au majinkwa osonia sase obinte sewo Yehowa jiwa yeyi meraze wonkwa na ose ayeyi au majinkwa osonia sase obinte sewo.
Wow. Indeed, in heaven and on earth, there's no one like him. Thank you so much, sir. We've had an amazing time with you. Thank you for the insights. Especially your contribution to the disability community. We are so grateful. We honor people like you, and we pray that God will give us more people like you. May God bless you. May God increase you, your family, your business, everything you stand for. We thank you, and we are hoping to see more of you.
There's a message that I want to give. A very happy birthday.
Wow, thank you.
May God increase you. May God help you so that you'll be able to continue to advocate for issues of disability and to help the disability community.
Amen.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, I'm all excited. I've enjoyed the lectures. I'm sure you have also enjoyed it. Special thanks to our very special guest, Mr. Isaac Owusu. Thank you, DV Unlimited, Company Limited, Fast Chapel, my proud sponsors. Thank you for making this happen. I'm very grateful. And thank you to all those who contribute to H4P through our mobile money system. I'm so grateful. Thank you for the support. Disability community, I'm so grateful. How can I end without thanking my crew? Thank you so much for making this happen. We are going to come your way again with your favorite show, same time next week. Until then, remember, disability is not inability. Take care of yourself, and God richly bless you.